What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Trent here. Today we have a movie review. Today's movie is The Life of Chuck. But before we begin, make sure you guys give a like on this video. It really helps it out. Helps out the channel. Subscribe if you want to see more movie reviews in your feed in the future. And without further ado, let's get into it. This movie is directed by Mike Flanagan. It's based on the Stephen King novella called The Life of Chuck, which is part of a larger collection of short stories called If It Bleeds. This movie follows the main character, Charles Chuck Krantz, as we go through various moments of his life. Something very unique about this film is that it's told in a three-act structure in reverse. So we start with Act 3, then we go to 2, and then we end with 1. I thought that was a very interesting premise, and when the movie started, I was already kind of hooked and intrigued on how this was all going to go down. The unique narrative structure of this movie basically makes the film story feel like a mystery box. We see all the pieces, we see the final puzzle already solved, but as the story unfolds all these layers, we get to learn more about these different characters and unfold the mystery that was Chuck's life. Who is he? His relationships, his conflicts, his hardships. We get to see all that through the various stages of his life. One thing I can definitely say about this movie is that it has a lot of heart. In fact, there's an extended dance sequence in this movie. This isn't much of a spoiler, but because it's shown in all the trailers. But there's an extended dance sequence around halfway through this movie that was so electrifying and so joyful, and it was just radiating an infectious energy that carried on through the rest of the movie. Now, going into this movie, I didn't know anything about it. I haven't read the book. So I went into it thinking that it was a Tom Hiddleston led movie. It's really not. This movie is more of an ensemble cast, and it's a very great ensemble cast. Every single person in this movie delivers a really great performance. Even in the limited screen time that a lot of these actors have, they serve their purpose very, very well. I want to give a specific special shout out to Rahul Kohli, who was in this movie. That was crazy seeing him. I remember um, knowing him from watching old Funhouse videos back in the day. So him showing up in this movie was really cool. I mean, the rest of the cast is also spectacular. Matthew Lillard during the first act, I guess the third act of the movie delivers a very poignant and very emotional monologue, and his scene is so good. You've got Mark Hamill's in this movie; he does really good in his role. Karen Gillan is in this movie; she's doing really well. I always mispronounce his name. Chiwetel Ejiofor. He's very good. He's like our introduction into this movie follows his character, and he introduces us to the world of Chuck. I think Mike Flanagan does a really good job of creating those intimate moments between all these characters. He's able to elicit strong emotional connections from the audience to these characters, and it's all lifted by a very, very well done score by the Newton brothers. They did a very good job. Mike Flanagan's direction. I'm not very familiar with his work. I know he's done a lot of horror stuff for Netflix before that I just haven't gotten the chance to watching. But he very much brings that level of tension to this movie. There's a couple scenes where a character is confronting a dark and mysterious room, and I genuinely felt a little disturbed and a little unsettled during those scenes because I have no idea what lies on the other side of that door. So I thought that was really well done. But he's able to balance those few moments with great emotionality and great character work and great performances from the ensemble cast. For me, the things that didn't quite land for me with this movie was I feel like it didn't hit the emotional depth that it was going for. When the movie ended, I was expecting more. I wanted to see more. I wanted to feel more out of this movie. That's not to say that this movie doesn't have emotional moments. There were definitely a couple scenes that had me crying um, just out of the pure shared joy and happiness that some of these characters were experiencing. Kindness and happiness is very infectious, and you definitely feel that. But I felt like there was something else that they were trying to get to and trying to hit on your heartstrings, and it didn't quite get there. And even though it didn't hit that emotional climax that I was hoping for and looking for, and I was kind of expecting, I still had a very good time with this film. I thought it was presented very uniquely. The structure of the story made me curious to see where everything was going. The performances from the entire ensemble cast were really well done. Great visual storytelling, great direction. Overall, I think the movie's trying to communicate to us that we don't know how long we have on this earth. We don't know how long the earth is going to be here. But in the minutes that we do have, don't spend them waiting around for it to end. Do something with your life, be active in your life, pursue your passions, pursue your dreams, love freely, be kind, be happy, share that happiness. I think that's a beautiful message, very important for where we are in the world today with all the chaos around the world. Overall, my thoughts on Life of Chuck, I enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. Yesterday, walking out of the theater, I gave this movie a 3.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. But today, after having a day to think about it and film this video and speak my thoughts on it, I'm gonna have to bump it up. I think it's a 4-star movie, 4 out of 5 stars. I think I'm feeling very comfortable about that. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you thought of this movie, or if you plan on seeing it. I recommend you see it in theaters. I thought it was a really great theater experience. Like this video if you like this video. Subscribe for more movie reviews, comic reviews, and all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have yourselves a day.